From Martin County High to Florida State and on to the major leagues, Scott Proctor has lived the American dream. In March of 2006, Scott got the best news a major leaguer can hear. He'd made the New York Yankees roster out of spring training. That same day, though, a phone call changed his life forever.
I was calling my wife to let her know the great news, and she was calling me to inform me that our daughter was being trauma-hawked down to Miami for what we found out was open heart surgery the next morning.
After the surgery, she didn't even look like the daughter I gave birth to. She was swollen and she had tubes running out, and it was just awful.
Mary Elizabeth Proctor survived that surgery, and now she's a healthy, active young girl. And she's also the living, breathing inspiration for Emmy's team. Scott and Carrie's vision was to create a charity that improved the lives of children on the Treasure Coast.
But we thought we could do so much more and help so many more children, not just in with medical issues, but just with life issues. Some children just aren't dealt a good hand, unfortunately.
In today's world, there's no money for those kids. You know what I'm saying? And so when you give it to them, you're the only one that's helping them out. And that's just real rewarding.
Emmy's team is all volunteer. Every dollar raised stays in the community. They fund scholarships for needy high school students, but their biggest impact is felt on the playing field. Their dollars created the East Stewart Little League program. 4 years ago, Emmy's team sponsored a team in the Stewart Little League. 6 teams and 80 kids later, the 10th Street program is making a difference in so many ways. The young men have to maintain a C grade point average. They had a code of conduct they must follow, and those wise decisions pay off in ways far beyond the confines of the baseball diamond.
I say it all the time, you know, we're going to save the world one child at a time through recreation, and Scott lives with that philosophy inside of him.
Growing up in the baseball world and seeing how certain kids don't have the luxury of being able to play a sport, and it's not about sport, it's about teaching them something about life, you know, and giving them that opportunity that everyone else kind of takes for granted.
When you say, hey, look, if you want to play baseball, you know, you have to have good grades, you know, in order to play on the team. You have to have good grades, you have to have good behavior. And that is when the team stuff starts to get incorporated, because another player will say, hey, look, man, you got to stay on track, you know, because we need you to play on the team. And if you keep getting in trouble, we're not going to have you to play.
Emmy's team also sponsors the Martin County Challenger program. It's a program that gives young men and women with special needs the chance to play a game that many take for granted. For a few hours, they get a chance to just play.
Their needs are so far greater than playing baseball. You know, mainstream America is not taking care of those needs, and we're giving them that opportunity just to make their lives for a couple hours a week a little bit more special, a little bit more happy.
It's absolutely priceless. You couldn't put a price tag on something like that, what it means to us.
From one healthy young girl, a foundation and a movement have begun. And Emmy's team goal of helping improve the lives of children in the Treasure Coast is just getting started.
What I capture in my head is just, you know, the face of the kids. I mean, that's just to see the child's face transform on even the most moderate level of success is just amazing.
That's what I love about this foundation. You see the fruits of your labor. You see where the money goes. You know, this isn't just a place where you put money in a check and you send the check off and never know where that money's actually going to go. Here you get to go out and participate with them and see the joy that it brings.
To see these kids go out and enjoy something that you've done your entire life, and like I said, most of the time take for granted, it does just touch you in a different way.
Baseball 3, 1, 2, 3, baseball!
And it's their program. You know, it's a gift that we've given them, but you know, they just keep giving back to us every day.